I always knew that I'd lose you someday.
Oh, no, you'll never lose me. I'll stay with you always.
I hope so. But now something more important, your dad's dinner.
The recreation of Sydney at that time, how challenging was that?
Well, tricky, because we had to, there's some digital work where we've recreated bits of the city digitally, but they look pretty convincing. And there's a tram museum in Cronulla. We filmed some stuff in the tram museum. And there's a printing museum in Penrith. So where the father's working in the Sydney Morning Herald with those big printing machines that they don't have anymore, they're in the printing museum. So we were able to shoot there. And street scenes, we had to be very careful. You know, you could have a building here, a building there. And then the art department would go and change things that were modern. But they had to be very on the ball everywhere.
Tell me about that, the casting and the significance of the casting and how hard it was.
Luckily, I met Angourie Rice, the young girl in the lead, when I was making another film in Toronto. She was in Toronto filming something, so I met her there. And she read from the script for me there. And I thought, well, this girl is very, very good. One of the things is, too, that she really was the right age for the role. So, you know, because what I'd thought before is I'm going to have to cast some girl in her 20s and pretend she's 16. But Angourie was 16.
She is terrific.
Oh, she's fabulous, yeah.
What about Julia Ormond, casting that role?
Well, that was tricky because it was very hard to find, you know, I had to find someone who you would believe was East European. And there was a number of actresses. We talked about this one, we talked about that one. Some of them were too expensive. There were some big-name actresses who I think might have taken it, but they didn't think it was a main role. They thought, well, it's like a secondary role, but it is a main role. So they didn't want to do it. And then for a while, the actress Mila Jovovich was very interested. She was East European. And then she called me when I sent her the script and said, oh, this is fantastic. It's just like what happened to me when I went to America. And she said, it's fantastic. Her agent torpedoed it because the agent got her some huge action film in Europe, paying her millions and millions. And she called me and said, look, I really shouldn't go and do that, but I'm under pressure, I'm going to do it. Then I didn't know what to do. And then someone in Canada said to me, oh, we had an actress here who's very good, you know, Julia Ormond. And I thought, oh, Julia Ormond. Then I looked up to check her age and everything. I thought she'd be perfect for Magda. And it hit me all of a sudden. So I whipped the script over to her in LA, and then she responded positively.
Rudy needs assistance.
I wish to find a girlfriend. I want an Australian girl.
An Australian?
Yes, some of them are very beautiful.
The cultivated ones have gone away.
Magda, there is someone.
She's rough. She's no style. Perfect.